show. Thank you for joining today. So today I want to have a real conversation, right? And we talk about losses and so forth, but we don't go into the details. And today I want to go into details for me as a personal trader, what I did today, right? I had the worst month ever. Sorry, the worst day ever. I had the worst day. I did. I let my emotions get the best of me. Why? Why did I let my emotions get the best of me? Well, I just did, right? I went against all my rules, majority of all my rules, and I kept revenge trading after revenge trading after revenge trading. You've been there. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Don't act like you've never been there, right? That's why you're watching. Because all these other gurus out there, 80% of them, probably a little bit more than that. What do? They talk about their wins, they talk about their gains, they never talk about the struggles. I had a struggle, and I want to talk to you about it because you can relate and you can understand and how to make it better and how to make sure that we don't do this again. So, March 16th, March 16th. I got to get my dates right. Jeez, March 16th. That's how bad it is today, right? March 16th. I played against the trend the entire day. I played against the trend. Well, besides the first couple plays. What I kept doing wrong, right? And I want to talk to you about that. Every single time that we hit certain magnet levels that I put out, I got into a put position. And every single time I got into a put position, besides couple, it went red on me. And not only did it go red on me, there was a play right here that I got into a put position. On this drop, I was up 40%. And instead of taking the profits the moment that this candle came back up to 392.97, I just didn't take profits because I was trying to make back all the losses that I had along the way. Here. 1, 2, 3 losses going on to the 4th loss. Oh, and the 5th loss earlier in the morning, but then I had a win here. But who cares about that win? But this one, right? So I'm having multiple losses. Each time it hits my certain levels, I try to get into a put position. Instead of saying, hey, you know what? Maybe it's time for some calls. No. I was playing against the market today, right? So I was up 40% on this play. This came back. Could have gone out at 30%. What did I do? I waited all the way till I got back up here. I was down. Came back here, I was break even. Came back up, I'm down 20%, 25%, and I finally got out of the position. So I let a 40% trade go down red, which is a no-no in my book. And I always talk about that. I always talk about that on my lessons, on my streams, that, hey, make sure you have your stop loss in place. Make sure when your play goes up 20%, you put your stop loss above break even. When it goes to 40%, you put it at 20%. It's okay to take the profits early, but it's not okay to let it go red. And I did. Oh, I let it go red. Following play. What did I do? I got into another put position right here. But this time, I went a little bit out the money instead of going in the money. I have no idea why. And I grabbed the wrong put. However, as the put came down, I was up 20%. What did I do? I let it go red again, right? And I took a loss. Oh, I took a loss. I took a 25% loss on the position. And then finally, after taking multiple losses, I decided to get into a call position. And I said, on this move right here, the way it looks, if I turn this chart upside down, would I get into a put position the way this looked? Yes. I told myself, absolutely. Brother, why wouldn't you get into a call position then? Okay, you know what? I'm going to get into a call position. This call position netted me 80% profits. Obviously, it went a little bit higher. But this time, I did not let my trade go red. The play was up about 91%, and I put a trailing stop loss in place to make sure that I secure some sort of profit. However, all these other plays was because I was trying to gain back the losses that I had earlier. Understand that. All the losses that I had earlier, I was revenge trading. You've been there. right? You understand. And so it's not okay to continue doing this. It's not okay. But we all struggle. We all have emotions. And I let my emotions get the best of me. And I wanted to share that with you. Did that make me say that, oh, I'm not going to be a profitable trader? Hell no. Did I still cut my losses at a reasonable respect level? Yes. Except maybe 2 of them. There were cheap plays. I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to let this go. But all my other plays that I took losses at was between 20 and 25%. But I took too many of those plays, way too many of those plays. Instead of getting into calls, mind you, I had calls. Oh, I had calls. And on this drop, the morning drop, I said, I'm going to get out of the calls because I held overnight. And I want to get back in on this position. Did I get back in on the position? No. Had I just held my calls like I should have, that I thought I was going to do, instead of trying to revenge trade with these puts, that call generated over 100%. I would have made back all my losses just on that play because it was closer to in the money and it was for further out and that play moved. But what did I do? I played against a trend. You've done that, right? So the moral of the story is this. Even the greatest, or even the traders, even the gurus out there, they have bad days. And it's okay to have bad days, but you just have to understand not to do it again, not to repeat the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. It's been 2 months since I've done something like this. 2 months where I've let my emotion get the best of me today. But did it stop me from having a day and going on? No. I took it. Afterwards, I said, what the was I doing? This is not you. This is not the way you trade. Since when do you trade like this? And that's what you need to understand, right? It's okay to have bad days. And you just got to move on with it. And you got to understand that, okay, you know what? Sometimes it works in your favor and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes these levels, these support and resistance doesn't work out. But if I would have zoomed out, I would have seen higher highs, higher lows. Hey, maybe this is an area that I should have tried to get into a call position because of the buying wick. It's a nice doji candle that maybe there's demand in that area. And maybe I should have got into a call. Oh, I did get into a call, but I sold that thing too early. I took 30%, but not the same day expirations like every other play that I had. All my loss, except for 2 today, was all on the same expiration days. All my other plays that I had, about 4 other wins that I had, were not for today's expiration. Do you see the drift here? Right? I'm not saying that you can't make money on the same day. No, you can. But when you're trying to fight the trend, and when you're wrong, maybe you could just step back a little bit, give yourself some breathing room, and say, hey, you know what? The market looks like it's not going to go the way I think it's going to go for no reason whatsoever because I wasn't looking at the chart properly. And you have been there, and you probably understand that too. Right? But I want to talk about this, and I want to talk about the day that I had. Why? Because it's important. Because no other... 80% of the other gurus won't tell you that. And I'm not saying I'm a guru. Hell no. But I do know how to trade. And I do know how to give out lessons. And I do understand the basic concepts of how to trade. However, my psychological aspect, for the first time in 2 months, it failed me. And I had a setback. Oh, I had a setback. But I understand, we're human at the end of the day. We're not robots. We're not AI yet. So it's okay, right? It's okay. Even you, when you having those bad days and you having those emotions, just step back. That's what I should have done. I should have stepped back and said, you know what? It's okay. I'm not going to trade for the remainder of the day. And that's what I told myself. And that's what I usually do. 3 bad trades and I'm done. Oh no, today, why? Because I wanted to be right? Yeah, that's exactly why. Right? And sometimes you're not always going to be right. And when you are right, you got to make sure that you don't let your shake go red. That's what I did, right? And, happens. Anyways, I hope you understood that, right? Because it's a true lesson that you need to understand and that you need to pay attention to at the same time. Don't ever, ever let your emotions try to get the best of you. I understand how hard it is. Trust me. I went through it today. And especially when I'm streaming and I'm saying, hey, I'm getting into this put. Oh, got to cut this put. Hey, I'm getting into this put. Oh, I'm cutting this put. Hey, I'm getting into this put again. Oh, I'm cutting it again. You know how bad that looks? But I didn't let that go. I didn't let that affect me. I didn't care because I knew I was wrong. And I was revenge trading afterwards. After I got off the stream, I started revenge trading even more. Because I wanted to be so right. Because I wanted to get back my gains just from today. But overall, I'm still profitable for the week. Why am I going to give back a lot more? Granted, I do have some plays right now that are still nice and solid green that I didn't sell today. But they got so much time on it. So I'm okay with it. Because of the play. Understanding. And sometimes I take profits a little too soon. But that's fine too. And you're okay to do that. Don't always have to hit home runs. And that's what I was looking for today, was that home run hitter to make up the losses that I had for the day. What did I do? I hurt myself even more that way. You've been there. You've done the same thing. Side topic. You know, whenever you go to a hotel or when you go on a vacation, whether it's a resort or you're going out of the country, right? And this is not like the shower, all right? But real story, right? So you want to make sure that you have your toiletry stuff, right? You want to make sure that you have your toothbrush, your toothpaste. But the main thing that you need to also put in there is your deodorant. Yes. I said it, deodorant, right? Here's what happened, right? So I went on a little, 5-day vacation. And I got everything that I thought I had, right? And, I take a shower. Thank God there's a bunch of towels there. I took a shower. I got out, did my hairdo and, did my little makeup and all to make myself look pretty. And I'm like, all right, where's my deodorant? Not there. Oh, shh. Where the hell's my deodorant? Oh, man. I want to go out and smelling all the time? Hell no. I'm not no fob. No. So I went down to the hotel place and I'm like, hey, where's your gift shop at? And they're like, oh, it's down here. So I walked down there and I was like looking for deodorant, and there was no deodorant. And I'm like, oh crap. What am I going to do? And so I was like, okay, well, this is a resort and there's going to be pools all day. So all day long for 5 straight days, all I was doing was in the pool, out the pool, took a shower, back in the pool. Anytime I had to eat, make sure that, all right, we're good. We're good. So moral of the story is make sure that you guys always carry your deodorant because you do not want to walk around smelling like that, So when you're packing your stuff, right, put your deodorant in there. And why do I say deodorant except for toothbrush and toothpaste? Because the hotels, for some reason, always have that. But they don't have deodorants. It's like they don't use it. Who knew? Anyways, yeah, I just had to tell you that story. Whew, that was bad. All right, have a good one. And emotion